Namaste, everyone. Christian Long, life enhancement consultant, giving you a big and beautiful shout out on this Transformation Sunday of our lecture, of our meditation, and our healing. Before we begin, let's invoke. Place your hands on your heart. Be aware of your beautiful, loving heart. So much happiness and joy and bliss, and stillness in the heart. And be aware of the crown. Feel the crown expanding. Be aware of the heart and the crown together. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, respected and beloved teacher, Grandmaster Cho Koksui, to his teacher, Lord Bodhisattva Meiling, to Lord Buddha Kuan Yin, the Buddha of compassion and mercy, to Lord Ganesh, the remover of any and all internal and external obstacles in our path, to Holy Master Count Saint Germain, the teacher of the violet flame, to all the holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, to the many, many yogis throughout time immemorial, to our divine selves or our higher souls, we humbly invoke for your divine light, love, and power, for your divine help, guidance, and protection, for inner and outer healing, inner and outer transformation, becoming better people, better souls, and greater instruments of goodwill in the will to do good. We thank you with gratitude, respect, and love. Thank you in full faith. So be it. Again, welcome everyone on this beautiful, bright, bright Sunday here, 45 minutes south of the Canadian border. It's been beautiful weather. Yesterday it was snowing on and off the entire day, which I've never experienced before. It would literally be bright and sunny out, and then it would be snowing while bright and sunny. Then it would be cloudy and snowing, and then it would be bright and sunny and no snow. And it literally happened all day long. It was very, very strange. I think it broke some weather laws or something, or other weather laws were revealed. So for today, the lecture that came to me, of course it came to me in the middle of the night because that's when it usually comes to me, was talking about retreats. So for Transformation Sundays, we always like to have a lecture that will inspire people. And what does inspiration mean? It means to breathe life into. It means to breathe life into. Expiration means to breathe or to take life out of. Inspiration means to breathe life into. And so from a spiritual perspective, inspiration means to bring down more soul energy into that person's life. And one of the best ways that I know of bringing greater soul energy and infusing it into the mental body, emotional body, and physical body of somebody is by attending regular retreats. So the picture you see behind me is our Arhatic yoga retreat in Greece a few years ago. And Greece is one of the best places on the planet for marketing retreats and marketing the classes by Master Choa. There's a husband and wife team that kind of runs the show, as it were, in Greece, and they do an excellent job. And they are phenomenal with their marketing. I'm a big branding guy and marketing guy. I can always appreciate a good picture, a good slogan, a good logo. And I think the people in Greece really have it down to a science at this point. Some of the most beautiful pictures I've ever seen within pranic healing and of Master Choa and Arhatic yoga retreats have always been out of Greece. And so in the spiritual sense, and this comes from the Yoga Sutras by Patanjali, or there's different ways that they pronounce his name. I'm trying to think of the other way. I've been so accustomed to the other way of saying it now. Patanjali. So Patanjali or Patanjali wrote the Yoga Sutras hundreds and hundreds of years ago, almost 1,000 years ago. And he talks about the term pratyahara. And pratyahara means withdrawing of the senses. So when you're retreating, you're going from the external to the internal. You're withdrawing of the senses. You're withdrawing of stimulation from the physical world. And sometimes people retreat when they go to bed. That's the only form of retreat that they actually get over the course of their life. So they're withdrawing their senses to go from the physical world into the inner or astral world, and they sleep. That takes a long time to develop on the spiritual path if that's your only form of retreating. And then other people actually do specific retreats where they go on a meditation weekend, they go on a 10-day Vipassana, they go in our Arhatic yoga, we have 9-day and 21-day retreats. That's the longest retreat that I've ever done, is a 21-day retreat. And then you have the Tibetan yogis that will spend decades on retreat. Decades. Some of you are familiar with one of the great yogis that was highly respected by the Dalai Lama. And this yogi was in retreat for 50 years, just in the middle of the mountains. That's it. Just him and everything. And in Arhatic yoga, the purpose of an Arhatic yoga retreat is to remember the teacher and remember the teachings. That's the purpose, to remember the teacher and to remember the teachings. Because as Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui would say, when you gather together a large group of people, the higher beings are forced to come. So when we have a group of 5 people meditating, there's certain level of assistance or guidance to facilitate the energies of that group of 5 people. Then when you have 50, there's more beings and more developed beings that are present. Then 500, then 5,000, then 10,000, et cetera, right? So you have more beings and more developed beings helping modulate and regulate the energy for the people that are in that group. So for instance, every Wednesday for basically the past year, one of the masters in pranic healing has gathered together people to do the Twin Hearts meditation, which would be like a retreat because of the intensity of the energies. And the amount of people is anywhere from 300 to 1,000 people at one time doing that practice together. And the energy is extremely potent and has a very strong flushing effect for each and every person that's part of it. So flushing effect basically means if you need to get clean, you can stick your head under a faucet that is dripping 1 drip at a time. You'll eventually get clean, but it's going to take a while, versus sticking your head under Niagara Falls and you're going to get cleansed super, super fast and super thoroughly. And you might even have your skin ripped off, but you're going to be cleaner, right? So it's recommended, no matter what school you're part of, to spend time with your teacher, your spiritual teacher, at least once a year in a retreat setting. So Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui left his body in March of 2007, so he's no longer there to be with us physically. So the next, quote unquote, next best thing is to be in the presence of his senior disciples, the masters within pranic healing, which there are currently 8 masters in the world. So I've been lucky enough over the course of my spiritual life, my spiritual practices over the past 21 years, so even before pranic healing, to go to over 55 retreats. And those retreats were anywhere from 2 days. I haven't been on many 2-day retreats, but 2 days, 5 days, 9 days, and 21-day retreats. And it's been an absolute blessing and honor to constantly be plugging myself in. And even here, 45 minutes south of the Canadian border, it's been very similar to being on a retreat. And the purpose of a retreat, as well as remembering the teacher and the teachings, is you have access to more energy, and you have access to certain beings and certain blessings that you would not have access to at other times of the year or in other locales. That being said, more energy means faster transformation. More energy means faster transformation. Because what makes pranic healing or Arhatic yoga special in the sense of spiritual schools is we specialize in energy. Energy is needed for everything in life. Energy is needed for your physical body, your emotional body, and your mental body, and your spiritual growth and development. So if you want expansion of consciousness, you need energy. No energy, no expansion of consciousness. Well, where do we get the greatest source of that energy? By being as close as possible to the source of that energy, which is our teacher, which is our spiritual lineage. So it's very, very important to keep that in mind, that I've known many people over the years who have regularly attended retreats, then missed a few years of retreats, and then came back. And the contrast for them was almost mind-blowing. They had forgotten what it's like to remember the teacher and to remember the teachings. And remember, the teachings are what? Energy with consciousness, right? Energy with consciousness. So you're bathing your energy bodies in that energy for 2 days, 5 days, 9 days, 10 days, or 21 days or more. And you're exposing yourself to energy with consciousness and the virtues and the qualities of the soul. So it's helping uplift you because you're being purified. So you have greater, stronger connection to your higher self, which what is the purpose of all meditation practices? Oneness with the higher self, first of all. Second of all, oneness with the divine spark, oneness with God, oneness with all. Soul realization, God realization, right? So the more often we can spend time around the teachers, the masters, the greater our development will be. And of course, we have all this extra energy. So then what does that also force us to do? More service. Because if we spend a lot of time around a great, great spiritual teacher and we're not being of service, the energy is going to overwhelm us and we are going to fall away. I have a friend of mine who is a long, long time Arhatic yoga practitioner. And because of his financial situation, he could spend months and months and months traveling with Master Choa throughout the world at different retreats. But there came a point at about the 2.5, almost 3 month mark that he couldn't keep up with the teacher anymore, because he would be sitting in the class, he would be receiving energy from the teacher, he'd be receiving teachings from the teacher, and then he just couldn't handle it anymore. He couldn't keep up with the schedule. He couldn't keep his eyes open in class. He was having partial Kundalini syndrome because he was constantly being exposed to the energy, and he could not, and he's a karma yogi, he could not release the energy fast enough in his practice, in being with the teacher, that justified him going to the next retreat, to the next retreat, to the next retreat. I actually made a joke with one of my mentors a while back, and I said, wouldn't it be amazing to go to all the retreats in Arhatic yoga around the world, because all the retreats are at different times of the year, right? So you just kind of like, all right, I'm going to go to this retreat on this coast in the United States, and then this retreat on the other coast of the United States, and then I'm going to go to retreat in Greece, then I'm going to go to retreat in India, then I'm going to go to retreat in Australia, then I'm going to go to retreat, right? Go to all the retreats that I possibly can. And I spoke to my mentor about that, and I spoke to one of the master pranic healers about that. And she says, well, it's a great way if you want to leave the body. And I go, what do you mean? She goes, too much, because you don't have enough time in between those retreats to assimilate the energy and to serve enough people. I go, what do you mean? She goes, you would start getting sick. You would start getting sick. Why? Because the specialization within pranic healing and Arhatic yoga is energy. So could you do a 10-day Vipassana in California, then a 10-day Vipassana in New York, and then a 10-day Vipassana in Portugal, Spain, then a 10-day Vipassana in Romania? Could you do that? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you're not plugging into energy. It's a gradual drip, right? Sticking your head under the dripping shower versus I'm going to stay under Niagara Falls for an hour. What would happen? Be too much. It would kill you, physically kill your body from the pressure. So that's what it's like. If a person is not purified enough and doesn't have enough outlets to give that energy. But again, the reason we go to the retreat is also from the tenet of Master Choa Koksui, to know, to remember, to practice, and master. So I know many people who were taught Arhatic yoga practices many years ago, didn't go to any retreats, any yearly retreats, and then they would go to a yearly retreat maybe 4 or 5 years later after learning, and then their technique was corrected in the retreat. So let's say they had been practicing but hadn't attended any retreats. They were practicing the technique wrong for a period of 3, 4, 5, 6 years or more. So when you initially take a class, you're getting the knowledge. This is what pranic healing is. Got it. This is what Arhatic yoga is. Got it. But then you have to spend a little bit of time practicing. And then are you doing the technique properly? Maybe so, maybe no, right? So there are many, 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 many different tweaks in your Arhatic yoga practice. And also the great thing about going to retreats is that you also get your technique tweaked, and they also reveal higher teachings and practices to the techniques that you've been taught that you will only get at retreats. You won't get in your basic classes. You won't get in your Arhatic yoga preparatory classes. You won't even get those things in the higher levels of Arhatic. You will only get those techniques and teachings and blessings and insights during retreats. So you could be a preparatory Arhatic yoga practitioner at a retreat and have a teaching and technique that a level 3 practitioner in Arhatic yoga doesn't even know or doesn't even have. So that's why you do your best to regularly attend the retreats. Adrian's convinced already. So that's kind of what I wanted to quote unquote lecture on today, was the importance of attending a retreat at least once a year. Spend time around your spiritual teacher, and spend time, if the physical teacher is not in the physical body, then spend time with the senior practitioners and disciples of that teacher, no matter what school it is, right? I had the opportunity of meeting 2 years ago a very, very advanced yogi with excellent energy who'd been teaching yoga for over 60 years. He's a world-renowned yogi. And there are people that follow him around the world attending his classes because they want to be in the aura of that teacher's light, right? Now, is his specialization energy? No. His specialization is knowing God through the physical body, Hatha yoga, right? And other schools have other specializations. Like Sufism, the specialization is knowing God through the heart, knowing God through bhakti and devotion. I'm a namaste, Prashant. Welcome. So very, very important. Spend time once a year in an intensive. And also that will inspire you, right? The original point that we brought up in the beginning, it will inspire you to recommit to your practice, recommit to connecting to your higher soul. So because we are always being pulled from our senses to the external world, when we do retreats and we receive energies and blessings and healings from within, it reminds us, remember, practice, master. It reminds us of who and what we truly are. It reminds us that, maybe I'm putting too much importance on these things, right? It's like there's a Quaker expression, pray and move your feet. Pray and move your feet, which means connect to God first, then take your action. But most people are drawn into action with no level of awareness and no level of understanding. So by going to an intensive retreat and you have these very, very, very deep experiences, you go, I need to do more invocations in the beginning of my day before going to work. I need to go and do more invocations before I have that difficult conversation. I need to be more reverent in my spiritual practice, so my spiritual practice has more meaning. One of the master pranic healers said many years ago that your Arhatic yoga practice should constantly and never-endingly be playing in the background of your life. Because people are drawn to you by the energy that you emanate. People are drawn to you by the energy that you emanate. So when you are doing your practices regularly and you go to retreats regularly, you're constantly, never endingly plugged in and radiating light, radiating love, and radiating power to help people, to heal people, to transform people. Because what is transformation? Strong connection to the higher soul that controls and regulates the lower vehicles. That's what transformation is. So if you are constantly, never endingly transforming yourself, then you can be a transformer for the people in your life, friends, family members, coworkers, the people in the Starbucks line. If you're aware, you can literally be standing next to somebody and you can partially help them transform. What a gift to give to the world, right? But if you're not connected and you're not transforming and you're just being a tiny drip in your own life, and that is being distorted to other people, so you're having a teeny tiny baby drip, how much smaller is that drip for them? But if you're constantly plugged into the waterfall of energy, then how much more energy can they get? How much more transformation can they get? It's kind of like the great teacher Ramana Maharishi. People would travel from all over the world just to sit, not receive teachings on the traditional sense, right? But just to sit in the presence of this teacher who was the I am. And they would know their I am and then the universal I am just by being in his presence. It's pretty amazing. But how many people are that connected, right? So you want to do your very best to spend time with people who are that connected. Okay. Any questions about retreats? Again, it's to remember the teacher, remember the teachings. It's to know, remember, practice, and master the techniques that you've been taught. So you become proficient in them and you receive higher teachings. It's to receive lots and lots and lots of energy, which will help your transformation faster, of oneness with the higher soul, oneness with God. And I recommend you do it at least once a year. If you could do it more, great. I had the beautiful opportunity to do the 21-day retreat in 2019 in Bovina, New York. And I ended up taking a picture at the end of that retreat, or actually a professional photographer wanted to take a picture of me at the end of the retreat while I was doing my final practices. And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And then I took that picture and I talked with a good friend of mine, a good clairvoyant. And he says, oh, I've never seen energies like that before. And then it was validated by two other clairvoyants. So what happens is at retreats, you transform into a different soul. I guess I'll stop there. There's something else. Can't wait to be accepted to the one of the retreats. Yes. Elif brings up a good point. So Arhatic yoga, you have to be Arhatic yoga preparatory level, you have to apply and you can be accepted or denied. The retreats are not like that. Once you're an Arhatic yoga practitioner, you can go to most all retreats. There are senior retreats in the Philippines once a year that you have to be a level 3 Arhatic yoga practitioner or higher, and you have to be accepted, right? And you have to be accepted. There are people that are not accepted into that. So you have to be doing the work of the teacher in order to be accepted in that. But in general, you take Arhatic yoga prep, you can go to any retreat anywhere in the world. And it's priceless. And they're typically 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't know of any 2-day retreats. When I was practicing transcendental meditation, there were 2-day retreats. And some people within the TM community, the transcendental meditation community, would be on retreat for 5 to 10 years. It was called the TM Cities program. And they were, if you were a man, you were on the Purusha program. And if you're a woman, you were on the Mother Divine program. So it's like being a nun within this world, or being not a priest. It's more like being a nun or being a yogi in these worlds. and people would just be in silence for anywhere from 4 to 8 hours a day. They were some very interesting people. I met many people who had been on Purusha and on Mother Divine for 5, 10, 15 years, and they were very interesting people. They were not very embodied, but I enjoyed connecting with them when I did. Okay, so my job is done, inspiring you to take the retreats. Next retreat that comes up, please take advantage of it. In a typical retreat, I can only talk about the US prices because I don't know about the prices in other parts of the world. But a typical US retreat is going to be about $600. $600 for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that includes your food, but it doesn't include transportation, car rental, hotel, airfare. It just includes the cost of the course. Yes, Adriana, what's your question?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, my question is how to prepare for a retreat and what to do after the retreat to assimilate the energies.
Very good. This kind of gets into the nitty gritty of our school of Pranic Healing or Arhatic Yoga, but in general, not in general, but for Arhatic Yoga practitioners, it's recommended to do extra Kundalini meditations prior to the retreats. The meditation, Kundalini meditation within Arhatic Yoga is designed to cleanse and purify the channels within the energy body. So the cleaner you can be before going to a retreat, the better. So that means being hydrated for a few weeks up until the retreat, taking salt baths every day up until the retreat, meditating with your feet in salt water every day up until the retreat, typically a week to 2 weeks out. Getting your wishes in order a week to 2 weeks before the retreat, because at the end of every Arhatic Yoga retreat, the masters do blessings. Because what do you need to materialize things in life? Energy. So they provide a tremendous amount of energy. And I've known many people that have brought their wishes, their goals, their projects to retreats, gotten them blessed, and within a month or so, they materialize. Because you need karma. That's the most important factor to make something materialize. And then you also need energy, right? Those two things together, miracles can happen. If karma is missing, doesn't matter how much energy you provide. Never forget that. If the karma is missing, it won't materialize. So basically what you're doing is prepping your bodies, your mental body, by getting clarity. I always go with 3 questions I want answered about my practice. So you can do this whether it's an Arhatic Yoga retreat or a yoga retreat in another school. 3 questions. What is it that I'm seeking? What clarity do I need? Now you might be saying, okay, does this mean I ask this question to one of the masters? Possibly. But in many ways, your answers will be given to you at the retreat in some way, not just from the masters. You could bump into somebody in the bathroom. I've seen it happen. Bump into somebody in the bathroom, you strike up a conversation. Hopefully they're not in the same stall as you, because that would be a really tight fit. And you get an answer to your question. At least I got one laugh out of that. Perfect. You get an answer to your question. Okay. So the answers don't necessarily have to come directly out of the mouth of the senior instructor or senior teacher at the retreat. It can be in meditation. It could be at a certain book that you come across. It could be interacting with a co-disciple, right? Because we're all there to help each other evolve and become better. So typically 1 to 2 weeks before a retreat, you want to get all of your preparatory work done. So extra meditation practices, meditating in salt, meditating with your feet in salt water, taking salt baths regularly, getting clarity of the 3 questions that you want answers to. I would also recommend tithing during a retreat. Tithing means giving a portion of your income to a spiritual organization of your choice. So if at the retreat they talk about a feeding program that they're promoting or a special project by Grandmaster Cho Koksui that's being promoted, you can give. That's another way of increasing your karmic entitlement to having any and all of your wishes fulfilled or the likelihood of them being fulfilled greater. So there's many strategies that can be done. I was lucky enough that when I went to my first retreat, I had that conversation with my mentor, and he said, okay, when you meet Master Choa, do this, 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 and this. That's a little bit different now because Master Choa is not in the body, but some of the recommendations still stay. Okay. So it's an honor, it's a blessing. One of the Master Pranic healers said many, many years ago before she left the body, she says, you practicing the Twin Hearts meditation one time is an indication of your good karma. One time. So how much more for people who've been practicing Twin Hearts regularly? How much more for people who learned Arhatic yoga? How much more for people who learned Arhatic yoga and practice regularly? And how much more for people that attend Arhatic yoga retreats? And then after a retreat, usually the masters shield the energy of all the practitioners, because in general, we go in to the retreat having a certain level of energy, and then we come out of the retreat like a nuclear reactor, waves of energy. So that waves of energy can be beneficial and maybe not so beneficial. Because if we go home as that nuclear reactor, whatever is within our family members and our friends is going to become what? Magnified. So those people have not spent 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 9 days, 21 days purifying themselves. So the stress is in their system. So that energy hits their stress and does what? Makes it bigger. To some degree, it can purify the stress out of their system, but in general, it makes the stress bigger. So sometimes you can have explosiveness after a retreat. Ask me how I know this. Ask me how other practitioners know this, because it's something that we had to learn over the period of years of doing the retreats. So the masters started shielding us and then started giving us specific practices of what to do when we get home and interact with our friends and family members without stirring them up too much. Right? Because we don't want, we go to have a beautiful experience, and we go back home to be an instrument of goodwill and the will to do good. We don't go back home to be an irritant to all the people in our lives. But that's sometimes what happens, not because of what we're doing necessarily or that we're doing something wrong. It's that we're with people that have not gone through the same purification practices. It's almost like, let's say you spend a lot of time exercising out at the gym and you've built up a certain physique and a certain level of muscular development and cardiovascular development. And then you invite one of your friends out to work out with you who isn't in shape, and you put them in the position to keep up with you through your entire workout routine of intensity and duration. What's going to happen with them by the end of that workout? They're going to collapse and vomit in the grass. It's going to be too much because they have not acclimated their system to that higher level of performance. So people who don't go on retreats have not acclimated their energy bodies to the higher level of performance, because your energy bodies are definitely being stretched at a retreat in ways that most people are not aware of. The awareness comes months later, but the more awareness you have in the present moment, the more you can understand how amazing the retreat is and how it's transforming you from the inside out as you're at the retreat. Instead of waiting months to go, man, that was such an amazing retreat, and I'm starting to see the benefit, you can be at the retreat in the meditation, observing what's happening and go, I am different now. I am that I am. Okay. So I highly recommend going to the retreats. No excuses. It's priceless. 600, you'll spend for years and years and years. I spent about $1,700 to $2,000 per retreat, give or take. Yeah. $1,700, $2,000 per retreat, give or take, and take advantage of the early bird, right? If you sign up 2 months in advance, you get a discounted rate. If you sign up a month after that, you still get a discount, but it's not as discounted, or you can sign up at the door and pay full price. Sounds amazing. Paying full price sounds amazing. Oh, Adriana. I threw her under the bus. I mentioned her. You guys realize when we do the recordings, I think Zoom, you can hear the other person's, but you can't see the other person's. Is it cheaper to review though? Yes. The price is about 1/3. Yep. When you do an Arhatic yoga retreat, it's about 1/3. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there are no review fees in other schools, if I'm not mistaken. Pranic healing and Arhatic yoga is set up a little bit differently, meaning if you do a 10-day Vipassana and then 6 months later you do another 10-day Vipassana, there's no review, right? There's no review. Or if you do Hatha yoga, I don't think there's a review. It's probably, if you're an instructor going to another instructor's retreat, you might not have to pay, something like that. I've not been to a prolonged Hatha yoga retreat before, but I would recommend that too. I would recommend that too. We just simply don't recommend combining meditation practices within Arhatic yoga and other schools. And other meditation schools and other energy schools say the same things. But we don't say don't do Hatha yoga. We don't say do exercising. We don't say don't eat certain diets. But when it comes to energy practices and meditation practices, you don't mix schools. You don't mix systems. It is highly not recommended. Okay, good. All right, guys. So we're going to do our exercises. So we're going to do 2 songs. So do 2 rounds of exercises to prepare for the meditation and the healing. And I will find us some music. Everyone at home, you know what you need to do. Let's pause, you guys. Welcome back, everyone. That song reminds me of, so I sent that song to my son last night because there's a lot of things I think he would get out of that. And it reminds me of one time a master pranic healer brought in an instructor from another school, right? From Anthony Robbins' school, or like a sub school of his school. And this particular speaker was saying these profane things on stage, right? And it was like, oh, this is like teacher training, and we're hearing like profanity. And so great talk, inspirational, educational, right? And then the person left the stage, and this particular master said, okay, some of you may have been offended by the language, but are you going to remember what he said? Everyone's like, yes. So certain teachers, Anthony Robbins being one of them, some of his other co-teachers, and even Master Choa would use language for stickability purposes, right? So the teacher would say the word shit sometimes, which is funny because it's a Chinese word. It's not an American word, and it's thousands of years old. But when you say words that have heaviness to them, they stick in the consciousness of the person to make the point more permanent. So we hear lyrics in rap songs, and we're like, oh, that's so aggressive and that's so low energy. And it typically is lower vibrational. It stimulates the basic, the sex, the solar plexus, but it's also giving higher levels of teachings and truths that most people miss because they're caught up in what? They're looking too much at the finger and not where the finger is pointing. They're looking too much at the word and not what the word is representing, right? So that's why we have to be able to be good at discerning and differentiating between the wheat and the chaff, the good and the not so good from something, right? So truth takes on many, many forms. If you actually break down the lyrics of that song, it's very, very enlightening. Okay, shall we? So sit comfortably, spine straight. Do your best not to lean on the chair. When you sit up straight, you should be almost like in a zero balance mode, meaning you shouldn't feel like you're being pulled forward. You shouldn't feel like you're being pulled backwards. You should literally just feel no effort and no resistance as you're sitting for meditation. So now we'll do our 6-3-6-3 breathing again. Inhaling out through the nose, holding. Inhaling through the nose, holding. Exhale for a count of 6, hold for a count of 3. Inhale for a count of 6, hold for a count of 3. Smooth, rhythmic, and quiet. And I'll count for the group. For the first breath only, let's exhale out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Inhale. Breathe normally. Be aware of the stillness inside and outside of you. Inside and outside of you. Be aware. Be aware of your crown on top of your head. Feel the crown expanding. Smile. Soften your energy. Mentally follow me. I am the soul affirmation by Grandmaster Cho Kuksui. I am the soul. I am not the body. I am not the emotions. I am not the thoughts. I am not the mind. The mind is just a subtle instrument of the soul. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am one with my higher soul. I am that I am. I am one with the divine spark within me. I am a child of God. I am connected to God. I am one with God. I am one with all. This is the truth, regardless of the brain's capacity to experience the truth. I am the soul. We are one. We are one. We are one. There is only oneness. Separation is an illusion. There is only oneness with God, oneness with all. We are one. Be still, be aware. Maintain your stillness and awareness. Gently raise your hands in blessing. Be aware of the heart. Feel the beautiful, loving energies within your heart. Be aware of your hands and be aware of the earth in front of you. And imagine beautiful, pink, loving energy going to the earth. Mentally follow me. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is darkness, light. Sadness, joy. Allow the energies of peace, love, forgiveness, hope, faith, light, and joy to pass through your entire being. Let go of your resistance. Let go of your preconceived ideas of oneness and of these divine energies. Let go. Just allow them to pass through you, going to the earth and all sentient beings. You are an open vessel for these beautiful healing energies to go to Mother Earth and all sentient beings. See the world being transformed, being healed. Smile. As I say each word, feel it passing through you. Bless the entire earth with love. Bless the entire earth with peace. Bless the entire earth with forgiveness. Bless the entire earth with hope. Bless the entire earth with faith. Bless the entire earth with light. Bless the entire earth with joy. So be it. Be aware of your crown. Be aware of your hands. Be aware of the earth. Be aware of the downpour of spiritual energy from above, passing through you, going out your hands to the earth in front of you. With humility, with reverence, mentally say, O Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, and to be loved as to love. See your inner resistance melting away. From deep within your being, let go of your inner resistance and allow these energies to pass through you, of consoling, understanding, and loving others because it's the right thing to do, because there's only oneness. See yourself spiritually blessing others, sharing your wisdom and knowledge and expertise with others, giving kind words and encouraging words to others, giving of your time to others and your resources to others who are in need. So be it. So be it. So it is. Be aware of your heart. Be aware of your crown. Be aware of your hands. See beautiful golden light pouring out of your hands like a waterfall, going to Mother Earth and all sentient beings. For it is in the giving that we receive. It is in the pardoning that we are pardoned. And it is in the dying that we are born to eternal life. See the earth being showered with golden light. See all sentient beings being showered with golden light. See the golden light hitting their auras, healing them from the inside out, strengthening their connection to their higher selves, transforming them, purifying them, nourishing and nurturing them. So be it. All 7 billion plus people on the planet. Let the energy flow. Again, let go of your resistance. Let go of any tightness physically, emotionally, and mentally. Let go. Mentally tell your physical body, release. Tell your emotional body, be aware of your emotional body. Tell it to release. Maybe another time, release. It's okay, emotional body. Relax, let go. Inhale, exhale. Tell your mental body, release. You don't have to think of anything else right now. Your mind doesn't have to wander. Your mind doesn't have to solve any problems right now. Tell your mental body, release, let go. You are an instrument of goodwill and the will to do good. Be aware of the heart, The crown, the hands, and the earth. Amen. St. Francis of Assisi, so be it. Gently lower your hands in your lap, palms facing up. Be aware of the beautiful, loving energies within your heart. Smile. It feels so good to transform. It feels so good to be connected, to be loved, supported, to know who and what you truly are. Smile at that realization. Celebrate that realization. Be grateful for that realization. Now be aware of a point 12 inches above your crown. As I chant the mantra Om, allow yourself to let go. Let go of the inner resistance. Let go of the tightness within your being. Let go of it. Release, release, release. And be aware of the gap. Be still. Be aware. And let go. Now, Slowly and gently be aware of brilliant electric violet light entering your crown chakra. With the blessings of God and Grandmaster Cho Koksui, your crown chakra is being deeply and profoundly cleansed and purified of any and all disease, congested stress energies. Now, these energies are being dissolved, disintegrated, absorbed by the divine light now, so be it. Your crown chakra is highly energized, highly activated now, so be it. The brilliant electric violet light is entering the Ajna chakra in between your eyebrows, dissolving, disintegrating any and all negative thoughts, entities, elementals, limited beliefs. Dissolve, disintegrate, dissolve, disintegrate, dissolve, disintegrate, extracted out of your Ajna chakras, absorbed by the divine light now, so be it. Let go. The brilliant electric violet light is highly energizing, highly activating your Ajna chakras, flooding them and filling them with divine light, love, and power. Your Ajna chakras are healthy and strong, so be it. The brilliant electric violet light is now entering the throat chakra, dissolving and disintegrating any and all negative thoughts, entities, elementals, any and all forms of worry. Dissolve, disintegrate to the core of the throat chakra. Dissolve, disintegrate now, 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 now. Extracted out of the throat chakra, absorbed by the divine light now. So be it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cut, cut, cut. Your throat chakra is highly energized, highly activated, filled with divine light, divine love, divine power, with clear thinking. So be it. The brilliant electric violet light is now entering your back heart chakras, into the front heart and the upper, middle, and lower lungs, dissolving and disintegrating any and all negative thoughts, entities, elementals, sadness, grief in the back heart, the lungs, and the front heart now. Dissolve, disintegrate, dissolve, disintegrate, dissolve, disintegrate, and be fully extracted from the back heart, the lungs, the front heart, absorbed by the divine light now. So be it. So be it. So be it. Inhale. See the lungs getting brighter and brighter and brighter. Exhale, release. All the congestion's coming out. So be it. With the blessings of God and Grandmaster Cho Koksui, the brilliant electric violet light is now entering the front to back solar plexus chakras. It is dissolving and disintegrating any all negative emotions, entities, elementals, stress, anger, fear, all the way to the core of the front to back solar plexus chakras. Dissolve, disintegrate, dissolve, disintegrate, dissolve, disintegrate now. Inhale. Exhale, release out of your system. Now, so be it, absorbed by the divine light. Let go. Let go. Your front and back solar plexus chakras are cleansed and purified now. They're being flooded and filled with divine light, divine love, divine power, with self-mastery, with soul mastery. Now, so be it. Imagine luminous white light now entering the navel chakra, going deep, 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 deep into the navel, dissolving and disintegrating any and all disease, congested energies, any and all energies of weakness or lack of vitality are being dissolved, dissolved, dissolved in the navel, extracted out of the navel chakra, and absorbed by the divine light now. So be it, so be it, so be it. Your navel chakras are being flooded and filled with luminous white light, revitalizing energy. Now, so be it. May you be filled with inner strength, inner power now. So be it. The luminous white light is now entering the sex chakra. It is dissolving and disintegrating any and all disease, congested stress energies, any and all unauthorized legal draining connections are being cut, severed, extracted out of the sex chakra, absorbed by the divine light now. All the disease, congested energies are being absorbed by the divine light now. So be it. Inhale. Exhale, let go. Let go, let go, let go now. With the blessings of God and Grandmaster Cho Koksui, your sex chakras are being highly energized, highly activated, flooded and filled with divine light, love, and power, with moderation and non-excessiveness, with charisma. So be it. The luminous white light is now entering the basic chakra, your tailbone, deep, 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 deep into your basic chakra, dissolving and disintegrating any and all forms of laziness, procrastination, poverty consciousness is being dissolved, disintegrate, dissolve, disintegrate, dissolve, disintegrate, and being fully extracted out of the basic chakra, absorbed by the divine light now. So be it. So be it. So it is. Inhale. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, release. With the blessings of God and Grandmaster Cho Koksui, your basic chakra is being flooded and filled with luminous white light. Your basic chakra is healthy. It is strong. It is full of vitality, prosperity, abundance, and success. It is filled with dynamic activity. Your basic chakra is healthy and strong now. So be it. Stabilize. With the blessings of God and Grandmaster Cho Koksui, your crown chakra is being flooded and filled with gold. Your Ajna chakra is being flooded and filled with gold. Your throat chakra is flooded and filled with gold. Your back heart into the front heart is being flooded and filled with gold. Your front and back solar plexus chakras are being flooded and filled with gold. Your navel chakra is being flooded and filled with gold. Your sex chakra is being flooded and filled with gold. Your basic chakra is being flooded and filled with gold. Now, so be it. So be it. So be it. Inhale. Absorb the energies deeply, deeply, deeply. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, release any and all congestion. Again, inhale, see yourself becoming brighter and brighter, brighter and brighter, brighter and brighter. Hold, and exhale, release, release, release. Last time, you're going to inhale light and exhale light. So inhale, your whole being is becoming brighter and brighter and brighter. Mental body, emotional body, etheric body, physical body, brighter, brighter, brighter. Inhale, inhale, hold. You're super, super bright. And then exhale light. Now, let go. You are light from the inside out. So be it. So be it. So be it with the blessings of God. So be it. The blessings of Grandmaster Cho Koksui. So be it with the blessings of the healing angels, healing ministers. So be it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Slowly come back to your body. Move your hands, your fingers, your feet, your toes. Let's raise our hands in chest level to release the excess energies, keeping only what our bodies can handle. Beware the heart, the crown, the hands, and the earth. With the blessings of God and Grandmaster Cho Koksui, let the entire earth, every person, every being be blessed with divine light, love, and power, with divine help, guidance, and protection, with material and financial abundance, prosperity, and great, great success. Blessings be to all, healings be to all. May every person, every being be blessed without exception. So be it. With the blessings of God and Grandmaster Cho Koksui, let Pranic healing, Arhatic yoga, the twin hearts meditation, and higher teachings spread properly, rapidly, enthusiastically throughout the entire earth to heal the earth, to transform the earth, to uplift the earth. We thank you, Lord God. We thank you all. So be it. With the blessings of God and Grandmaster Cho Koksui, let each and every day of this upcoming week be blessed. Let this coming Monday be blessed with divine light, love, and power. With emotional calmness and stability, let Monday be blessed. So be it. Let this coming Tuesday be blessed with divine light, love, and power, with physical strength and vitality. Let Tuesday be blessed. So be it. Let this coming Wednesday be blessed with divine light, love, and power, with proper and effective communication among all people. Let Wednesday be blessed. So be it. Let this coming Thursday be blessed with divine light, love, and power. Let it be flooded and filled with prosperity, abundance, and great, great success. Let Thursday be blessed. So be it. Let this coming Friday be blessed with divine light, divine love, divine power, with happiness and joy of a successful week. Let Friday be blessed. So be it. Let this coming Saturday be blessed with divine light, love, and power. Let us properly and rapidly learn our spiritual and material lessons. Let Saturday be blessed. So be it. Let this coming Sunday be blessed with divine light, love, and power, and a proper new beginning of a successful following week. Let Sunday be blessed. So be it. Let this entire upcoming week be flooded and filled with divine light, love, and power, with soothing, healing energies. Let all the environments be filled with gold. Let the atmosphere be gold. Let all of our food be blessed with gold. Let all of our physical earth manifestations be flooded with gold. Let all the people, including ourselves, be flooded and filled with gold. This entire upcoming week is blessed. It is noble. It is holy. So be it. So be it. So it is. Thank you. Imagine your friends and your family members in front of you, even the people you may not be getting along with. See them all in front of you. Smile at them. Big, big, big smile, because you recognize that you are a divine child of God and they are a divine child of God. They are beings of light and love and power, and you are a being of light, love, and power. Smile at these souls. The ones that you're having a great harmonious time with, it's a manifestation of your good karma. The ones that you're having a difficult, challenging time with, it's an opportunity to learn a lesson and neutralize karma. Either way, it's moving you in the direction of your purpose. Smile. Be grateful. May each and every one of these people be blessed. May each and every one of these people be transformed for the better. So be it. So be it, and so it is. Thank you. Place your hands down towards the ground. Be aware of the base of the spine and soles of the feet. Imagine golden roots going into the earth from the feet and the base of the spine. 10 feet deep, 3 meters deep in all directions. With the blessings of God and Grandmaster Choa Koksui, let Mother Earth be blessed. Let Mother Earth be healed. Let Mother Earth be rejuvenated, regenerated, revitalized now. See the roots going deep, deep, deep. See the roots becoming brighter and brighter and brighter. See your energy going from the top down. It's being absorbed by Mother Earth. Mentally affirm, I am rooted to Mother Earth. I am connected to Mother Earth. I am grounded to Mother Earth. I am practical now, now, now. So be it. Thank you. Place your hands on your heart. Be aware of your heart, your crown, together. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, respected and beloved teacher, Grandmaster Choa Koksui, Lord Mahaguru Jameling, to Lord Buddha Kuan Yin, to Lord Ganesh, to Holy Master Count Saint Germain, to all the holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, to all the yogis since time immemorial, and to our divine selves, our higher selves, we are super, super grateful. Thank you for your soothing, healing energies. Thank you for helping us become better people and greater instruments of goodwill and the will to do good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. With gratitude, respect, and love, so be it. Thank you. Slowly come back. Slowly come back. How is everyone? You're welcome, Prashant. Good to have you on as always. We have Indiana saying intense energies, even my fingers radiated. Wow. Those huge chakras getting fed and feeding others. Leaf says, thank you. So smooth, gentle, expanding energy. Excellent. Good. Very, very good.
It was an amazing meditation for me today. And very peculiar when we did the breathing exercises and you said, be aware of the silence, the inner silence, the outer silence. I heard the sound of silence and I smelled a smell, which is very interesting because my sense of smell didn't recover from COVID entirely. So I was smelling like a jasmine or lily, like a white lily type of fragrance for the women who know that. Very distinct, like it was in front of me. Very interesting. And I saw myself in a speedboat on the water, and there were mountains around me during the meditation, I mean. And it looked like the mountains of Greece, so maybe I was already on my way to the retreat.
Wait a minute, were you watching a YouTube video about boating in Greece and you weren't actually doing the meditation? Is that what was happening?
It was in the inner world presented to me. And the healing was amazing, super deep, super powerful, super deep, super, yeah, and the goal at the end, yeah, amazing. So very grateful. Thank you, Christian.
You're very welcome. Thank you,
This is
Prashant.
crazy.
Good feedback. What'd you say, Indiana? What?
This is crazy because yesterday I was watching a YouTube video of Greece and the islands. Santorini, Mykonos, Greece.
Are you hanging out with Avita? Are you actually in Greece with Avita?
Was I tapping into Indiana's mind?
It's possible. We are one, right? We are one. We are one. We are one. Excellent feedback. So, because it's brought up, a higher level of truth is that the great beings, when they enter a space, they have to enter clean areas when they drop their energy body because they're going into the lower planes. So one way they do that is by cleansing a place. And if your psychic faculties are more tuned and refined, you can smell something like rose, lilac, lavender coming into an area to clean it. So they come down for certain purposes. What the purpose is, I'm not super clear on that in this moment. Okay, so that's a good thing, something to write, something to make a notation of. Excellent. Good, good, good. Okay, so as you guys know, for Sundays, because it's lecture, because we do meditation that's typically deeper, we do extra blessings, we do extra healing. Your bodies have a lot of energy, so we want to do 2 rounds of physical exercises and then do either Tibetans or mental physics. So I'll play music for about 10 minutes and I'll have you guys get to it. And then for those of you at home watching the replay, let's pause you, do your work. Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you got your 2 rounds of exercises in and your Tibetans and or mental physics. Mental physics takes, if you do the short version, takes about 8 minutes to do. If you do Tibetans, it takes you about 5 minutes to do. And that's for is that the 3 repetitions? I think that's about, I do them very fast. So I think the 7 repetitions of Tibetans will take you 5 minutes. And you're only doing you're missing the first 1 and doing the other 4. But again, it's how you pack in the information. It's funny how I was about to say something else, but yes, you pack in the information and over time, doing it again and again and again, it will transform you. Typically, Tibetans, you don't really notice the effect unless you're doing it for about 30 days in a row. So after you do Tibetans every single day for 30 days, then you'll start noticing the transformation that your body can metabolize higher energies and your body starts regenerating and rejuvenating itself, right? That's why it's called the secret to the fountain of youth. But you have to practice it regularly. Like anything, all of these techniques will have deep transformative benefit for you, but you have to practice them regularly. So it's like you could do Twin Hearts once a month, or you could do Twin Hearts every day. You can do self-healing only when you need it, or you can do self-healing weekly as a preventative measure. I do so much inner practices, I'm kind of healing myself. I remember one time I got an assignment from one of the masters that said, I was going through a very difficult time in my life. And she says, okay, self-healing every day. I said, what do I have to do? And she gave me the protocol. And I said, that's going to take a while to do because I wasn't as proficient as a healer. So it would take me like 45 minutes. And I said, well, how long do you want me to do this for? And she goes, the next 6 months. And I go, really? Isn't it funny how we resist the things that are good for ourselves? You want me to save money and invest it in the stock market so I can have prolonged wealth in my life? Really? Right? You want me to put down that thing that's going to poison me if I put it into my body so I can have a higher quality of vitality and longevity in my life? Really? But that's how the human nature is. And so it dawned on me many, many years later. So I did the practice and benefited greatly from it. It was not easy by any stretch of the imagination. And then something dawned on me and I had an epiphany. Now, I'm not saying this is your epiphany. I'm saying this was my epiphany, is that I was doing, I wasn't doing as much self-healing at that time in my life, but I was doing my meditation practices. And I noticed as I did certain meditation practices, my body was healing itself. And then I realized, well, what's the factor? Why is my body healing itself when I'm meditating, but I'm not doing self-healing? What's going on? And I go, well, when you meditate, what are you doing? You're strengthening your connection to your higher self. And what did the Holy Master DK say? All disease comes from lack of soul contact. So, if I strengthen the contact of my soul, then in theory, I should be healed, right? Because what is healing? Removing the blockages, the obstacles, and impediments to what? Soul energy permeating that part of your body, your physical body, your emotional body, and your mental body. And I realized if I just do my Arhatic practices, I don't have to do self-healing as often. So I was nudging one of the masters at a retreat, going back to retreats. And I said, I figured it out. I know why I don't see you doing a lot of healing. It's self-healing. She's like, why? I said, because you're always connected. You're always doing your practice. True or not true? And she's like, and then she just put something in her mouth as a snack and we went on our merry way. So what's my point? If you stay connected, you don't have to do as much of other things. But here's the big fat one, but it is not easy to stay connected. So you say, well, fine, I'm just going to focus on being connected. I'm not going to do self-healing. Yeah, but do you have that degree of connection? And are your vehicles pure enough to be purified that quickly? Some people get healing and they don't transform. Why? Because there's too much blockages and inner resistance. So the blockages have to be removed and the inner resistance has to be removed and the person has to be conductive and receptive, right? But if the person is conductive and receptive, they're healed like that. So you have to kind of have a level of awareness and understanding of where do you fall in that? Am I a very bhakti, devotional, conductive, receptive person? Or do I have a lot of internal and external resistance to being healed? So if you have a lot of internal and external resistance to being healed, that's why it's recommended that you do what? Self-healing. Because over time, as you keep practicing pranic healing or Arhatic yoga technology to heal yourself, you're going to remove the blockages, the obstacles, the impediments in your energy body. So then when you sit down and meditate, you get healed. You're like, oh, I don't have to do 45 minutes of self-healing. I can just do a 15-minute meditation or less, and I'm healed. Right? So you have to have a level of awareness, understanding, and humility and self-honesty to know where you're at. It took me many, many years to get to that point. So when she originally gave me the instruction of do self-healing for 6 months, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to dedicate 45 minutes every single day to heal myself. I'm just going to meditate. That would have been the worst thing I could have done because I was already what? Over meditating at that point in my life. That's why I needed to do more healing. Okay. Adriana says, I usually do Tibetans after meditation. Yes. Meditation is usually very healing for my body. Yes. So usually what I would recommend, right? Keyword usually, every day for 30 days. If not, right? Experiment. Go, okay, I do it 20 days out of the month. I do it 25 days out of the month. Do it for 30 days out of the month. And see what you notice 30 days in a row. This is connected to numerology. When you do certain practices a certain number of times, it unlocks energies in the inner world. I interlock mental physics. Okay. Experiment. Do mental physics for 30 days. Do Tibetan rites for 30 days and see what you notice. Mental physics, in my experience, if you do that regularly for a couple weeks, you'll become a different person. Extremely powerful. Extremely, extremely powerful. So I hope you guys got value out of today's lecture and my little rant at the end of today's practice. Use the energies wisely. Follow simple instructions. Don't create your own system. Don't create your own healing system. Don't create your own yoga system. Don't create your own. I haven't seen that be very beneficial for many people. If you have the opportunity and blessings to be very, very close to a teacher, which many of you are, stay under the umbrella of the teacher. That would be my recommendation. So lots of love and light and power from God and the teacher into each and every one of your lives. Enjoy the rest of your week. I will see you on Thursday, if not sooner. And love you all very much. Bye-bye.